What it do, good people? Welcome to season 4 of Golden Age, man. Shout out to all my active users. I appreciate you all having a great time running this league. We got some competition, some banter, some rivalries forming, which is beautiful. That's how college football works. And so, wanted to drop a season preview today. We're gonna go over kind of the conferences, some key games I'm looking forward to, and some changes we have this season. So it should be a competitive season. Hopefully, everybody stays active and everybody just keeps balling. I know we got a game going live right now, Oregon State and Hawaii. I'm gonna tune in right when I get done recording this preview. So let's jump into it. I'm gonna start with my conference champion prediction. So um, it pains me to say I think Liberty got a really good chance to win the Big 12. I want to say I do. Actually, I really love my DBs. My these are the best DBs I've had on any team of any franchise that since the game came out. So I'm super excited about that, and I think I'll be able to cause him some issues. But got to give respect to the champ. He got flaming hot at the end of the year. Started off rough. He famously said, "Hey man, you had me number 13. That's why I beat you." I ain't forget that. We gonna run it back this year. But he got crazy hot. Ran through a gauntlet of games at the end of the season last year. Eventually popping the defending national champion Vanderbilt in the semifinals of the college football playoff, and he had a great recruiting class. So I just think he'll keep getting better. Sun Belt champion. I got TCU. Uh, this was Oklahoma State last year. He almost made the jump to the Big 12. I think I gave him. He played in the Sun Belt Championship. Got rolled by Virginia, and so I think he got a taste of what it looks like to be at the top of the conference last year, and this year with some of the conference shakeups, I think he's the best user in the Sun Belt. Um, I think he has a great chance to excuse me, has a great chance to make a college football playoff run, which will be dope. He's been here with the league since day one. Started off as FAU, went to Oklahoma State, and now is at TCU. And so I think he'll have I think he'll come out victorious in the Sun Belt. And so moving forward, so I got the complete rankings here on this next slide. So in the Big 12, I got Liberty number 1. I think I'll finish second. Vanderbilt, you can't count them out. The scheme and the way he plays. He had the number 1 recruiting class in the country, not just with users. He had a better recruiting class in Georgia, Bama, Michigan, which is crazy, which is why I don't know why he wants to move schools. If you can get the number 1 recruiting class at Vandy, why would you move anywhere else? But he's on the job hunt, so we'll see how that pans out at the end of the year. Nebraska, that is Virginia, formerly Virginia, took a job at Nebraska. He's moving to the Big 12, was in the Sun Belt last year, dominated the Sun Belt. So I'm interested to see how he does in the Big 12. It's a competition jump for sure. Oregon State was a really good user all year last year. End up just missing the Big 12 championship game and the playoffs, but I think he'll have a really good year, and I think we might have 4 or 5 Big 12 teams in the conference in the college football playoff if we don't all beat up on each other too much. So he has a chance to make the college football playoff for sure. I got East Carolina, was a New Year user last year, had a really great record, but because he joined late, was not in a user conference. So I'm interested to see how he plays. I kind of got a middle of the pack in the Big 12. I don't know how good he is, so I'm interested to see how good he is. South Carolina was a weird user last year. Super up and down. Would win some crazy games and then lose some games. You're like, how you lose to him? So I got him 7 in the Big 12. Arkansas, formerly known as Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns. He kind of lost some of his sauce last year. I don't know He switched his scheme. I missed the old Louisiana scheme, man. I missed the triple option scheme. He said he had to switch it up to air it out and kind of run a more modern offense. I don't know. We'll see if he can stack some wins this year. Last year was his first year at Arkansas. He said he needed a recruiting class. I believe he got it, and so I'm interested to see if he got the guys that fit how he wants to play. Minnesota and Cincinnati. Minnesota is moving over to the Big 12 from the Sun Belt. They were okay. At one point, they were leading the Sun Belt last year, but kind of just fell off the cliff. And then Cincinnati, Rich don't be playing his games all the time, bro. Like, he'll be here for 4 or 5 weeks and then just disappear for 3 weeks. So it's hard for me to say, like, he's going to have the consistency to have a good record in the Big 12 because the Big 12 has a ton of active users. Sun Belt, I got TCU winning it. Wake Forest, shout out to my boy Chuck. My guy Charles, I got you coming number 2. I got Duke at 3. Kennesaw State is my dark horse. He's been recruiting like crazy, building up that program. I would not be surprised if he won the Sun Belt. He's a really good user, and I love what he's done at Kennesaw State. Another day one guy. Hawaii, formerly known as Rutgers, he said he's tired of the winter, moved to the beach. But apparently they have a homeless people population that he has to deal with. I think Hawaii will be. He's a good user. He complains a lot about his team, but he's a good user. I think he'll be decent in the Sun Belt. Louisville, formerly Texas State. Last year was a really down year for him at Texas State. The year before that, season 2, he had almost won the conference, but last year was really bad. I think he got busy with life, didn't play a lot of his games. But he's a good user, so I wouldn't be surprised if he finished much higher than 6. UNLV, Houston, and California, interchangeable. California, I don't even know if he still wants to play his game. He lost some games early last year and kind of just disappeared. I gave him the benefit of the doubt and included him in the season this year. Wouldn't be surprised if I have to kick him for inactivity. Houston, that's my cousin. He sucks. Great defensive player, terrible on offense. And then UNLV, one of those guys who play sometimes, don't play sometimes. When he plays, he's decently competitive, but he'll miss several weeks through the season. So I just couldn't rank him higher than he is. Now this is cool. I looked kind of in the season, some key games to look forward to. Week 1, we got Liberty going to Oregon State. That is going to be a huge game for Oregon State to kind of set the culture or the season up for success, right? You knock off the defending champs week 1, that looks good on your resume. I got Nebraska coming to town week 3. I can't wait to welcome Virginia, formerly Virginia, Nebraska to the Big 12. I can't wait for you to bring you down. My crowd is going to be rocking. We done built up that brand. We done built up the crowd. James Madison is to be messed with. Week 5, East Carolina has to go to Vanderbilt. So I get to see how good he really is. Going to Vandy, I had to do it last year. It took 3 overtimes for me to beat him at Vandy. And I had to score 55 points. It is not easy to win at Vandy, so I'm looking forward to that. And then week 8, we got the semifinal rematch. I know Vandy got it circled on his calendar. He don't want to lose to Liberty again. And so he said he got the guys, he got some dogs, and he's ready for that scheme. And so that game, I can't wait to hop in on the stream for that one. Sunbelt, week 2, we got Houston going to Cincinnati. I circled this one for both users to see, hey, man, what season you going to have? What type of season you going to have this year? Week 3, you got Kennesaw State at Duke. I think both of those teams could win the Sun Belt, but they got to win games like that. And so that'll be super interesting. Week 4, we got Louisville going to TCU. Some would say Texas State left Texas because TCU was coming. I just heard that through the grapevine. So I'm interested to see if Louisville can go to TCU and get a win. And then week 7, this might be for the Sun Belt Championship. This might be for the number 1 seed in the Sun Belt. TCU at Kennesaw State. My face is kind of in the middle. I didn't really know where. I'll see if I can move my face on this slide. TCU at Kennesaw State, week 7 matchup. Might be for the 1 seed in the Sun Belt. I think it's going to be a fire game. This is something new this year. So if you didn't know, This was the year I always planned to begin payouts, right? So you've been recruiting, you've been grinding, you've been active, and I appreciate you. And so I want to put some money to the league, just a little bit of change, right? National champions, you're gonna get $50. Conference champions, both of them, who wins the conference championship game, will get $25. And if you make the playoffs, I'm gonna send $5 to your cash app. All right. So this is, like I said, I've said from the beginning, some people might have forgot, but from the beginning I said year 4, I'm going to start paying some bread for people participating in the league. Just to say thank you for keeping the league active. I love college football and I love running this league. And so I'm just grateful for you guys being a part of it. And so going to just show a little bit of my gratitude. All right. And just some reminders, some housekeeping. This will be a short video because I'm ready to get the season rolling. Hey, man, don't just load up and play. Stay active in the chat. Recruit, recruit, recruit. I was looking at end-of-season recruiting last year. Some of y'all niggas don't know how to recruit, man. Recruit, fam. Even if you bag 2 stars, gyms, 3-star gyms, you can still build a program like that, all right? So stack your recruits. Long-term franchise. We in year 4, and we ain't got no shades of slowing down. I'm loving the turnover. Vandy losing his top guy. How that changed his last year outcome. Liberty having a #1 recruiting class. What that's going to look like. Shoot, I looked at my DBs. I'm like, oh, my God. We winning. So this is a long-term franchise. Stay active, man. Because if you're not, I got to replace you. All right? And then last slide before I get out of here. Heisman watch, I didn't do it. It's whoever played outside linebacker for Vandy. They're going to win the Heisman. They're going to have 45 sacks and 68 TFL. Good luck to anybody trying to dethrone that nigga. I'm just trying to win games. I ain't trying to. Heisman, forget Heisman. Whoever played outside linebacker for Vandy is winning the Heisman. Freshman growth. Don't forget, if you stream, you can get +2 every week on your freshman. That does include red shirt freshmen, okay? And then stay active and recruit. From this season out, money on the line, baby. Money on the line. Again, I want to say thank you. Much gratitude for you participating in the league. And let's get it cracking, man. Let's have a good week, year 4, man. I don't plan on paying out no money for the national championship because I'm winning it all. I see y'all, man. Let's get it.